You know what I hate? I hate whiners, you know? I hate people who just complain. I had a guy in a joint one time, cell next to me, and he used to yap about everything. He used to yap about the food, and yap about the guards, and yap about this, and yap about that, and yap all night long. Fucking yap. Like a fucking 747, you know what I mean? Like an engine stuck right between your ears, and you can't get away from it because he's right next to you, you know what I mean?
Love y'all, boys. Love you. I go to war with every single one of you, every fucking game, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. And usually by my side is my main man, my toucan son, Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. He will be here in about an hour. That's why I have been starting a little early, so you guys can get a little bit more of the show than just 1 hour. But this will all soon change November 21st on November, and that's when we'll be going back live at 9 and having a 2-hour show. So sorry about that, but it is what it is. Let's get to some of the comments. Sandra, what is up? What up, Mikey Tommy? Like I said, Mikey will be here soon. Scott Blakely, my dog. I came for the intro. Love it. Too bad I'm sour grapes on our team right now. Pathetic. I don't see much improvements. 8-9. Yeah. So much for our 20-0. But come on, realistically, that's a tough ask. What's going on, Sophia? How you doing tonight? Let me get some background music real quick. This way it's not so quiet up in here. All right, very good, very good. I got that rolling. All right. So, guys, woo! This is a Buffalo Bills bye-week blues. And yeah, we've lost 2 in a row. And yeah, things are not going too good in Buffalo. Got a lot of people jumping off that Buffalo Bills hype train. It is what it is. If you want to jump off the Buffalo Bills hype train or not be a fan of the Buffalo Bills anymore, then it is what it is. I don't do that. I support my team no matter what. Win, loss, don't matter. I've been through way worse than 2 losses in a row. I've been through way worse. How about 4 Super Bowl losses in a row? How about that? Right? I mean, come on, guys. This isn't the end of the world. Of course, it sucks. Of course, we want to see better from our team. But guys, realistically, we've been through way worse when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. How about the 17-year playoff drought? How about that? That didn't go too well. That wasn't the greatest, funnest Buffalo Bills squad to watch, right? That was terrible. So, look, it is what it is, right? We're a good football team that needs to figure shit out, right? At the end of the day, we got to figure shit out. We have the guy, number 17, Josh Allen. This team is going to go as far as he is going to take it, right? We already know Sean McDermott is not the right guy for the job, right? I think we all can agree on that by now. Even the people that were Sean McDermott, lovers Right? Love my Sean McDermott, right? y'all ain't, I'm sure you guys are cheating on the man right now, right? So look, it is what it is, right? We got some flaws on this team. How do we correct it? Well, we get to trading. That's how we fix this issue. Kind of like the last 2 seasons when we did trades and improved our team, right? So let me get to some comments and then I'll get back on my soapbox, okay? Roy, changes are coming. I can feel it. He can feel it. Whew. All right, Roy. All right. Ooh, Roy can feel it. There's my big dog in the house, Mr. Keys. Man, Keys, I was only able to watch a little bit of your guys' podcast today. I'm sorry. I will watch it when I get home from work tonight. I'm sure it was damn good. I'm sure Aramis was mad as hell about our Buffalo Bills, and I'm sure Keys was like, hey, whoa, settle on down, Aramis. Because you know why? The great Bob Marley used to say, everything's going to be all right. I'm sure that's what Keys said. Keys didn't go down that dark path, did he? Did you, Keys? Did you go down that dark path? Swore Brother Jose with how tight we are against the cap. How can we make a splash to truly get a quality player when teams will look to make us overpay? I think we may be stuck. No, not necessarily. So look, I get the cap's real, right? Everybody agrees the cap is real, but it always can be worked around. There's always ways to make it work. So don't get caught up in the whole, we don't have enough money. We can't get this player. We can't get, X, Y, and Z. Listen, if a GM wants a player bad enough, he always can make it work. So once again, don't let that fool you. If Brandon Beam really truly wants a superstar player in a trade, he can make it happen. Okay, so don't get it twisted. That's up to him, though, right? Does he want to win now? Does he want to go all in? Right? That we keep hearing that word, go all in. It's time. It's been time. I've been telling you all this. While we're fucking around, other teams are getting better, right? Meaning our window is slowly closing, right? It'll never be totally closed because we have Josh Allen, but that doesn't mean it's wide the fuck open either. These are the harsh reality of things, and you have to eventually go, hey, we're year 9, and we haven't even been to a Super Bowl. Time to go all in. It's time to do some things that are, that are going to make us uncomfortable, right? Time to step out of that comfort zone and pull the trigger on some deals here. Trade away some of the picks that aren't working out anyways, right? You're hoarding these picks, and you're not even hitting on them. It'd be one thing if we were just nailing our draft picks, and I'd be like, hey, whoa, don't get rid of those draft picks. Those are important, right? We score on those. You best not get rid of those draft picks. No, that's not the case, right? Just go get us talent. Get us talent. Because guess what? With the talent we got here, the coaching staff isn't going to make them better. Like in Kansas City, where Andy Reid can work with this kind of talent. Right? I promise you, send our whole receiver crew over to Kansas City. They'll know how to work with them. I promise you. But we don't have that luxury, guys. We have Brady, who still, I have no idea what's going on with him. He still can't figure shit out. We got Sean McDermott, who I'm done with him, right? I'm so done with him. He can't figure out his own defense. You think he's going to figure out the offense? Forget about it. Oh, my God. By the way, I was on Dan Mitchell show, what was it, Tuesday, and somebody commented I laughed too much. Oh, sorry. Whoever that was, I apologize. This is no laughing matter. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Oh, my God. I should just go on there and laugh the whole damn show. Not even say one word. Fucking idiot. God. That's your comment. That's what you leave. That's what you got out of it. I laugh too much. Oh, good Lord. These people. Thank God not you people. You people rock. Right? Keys and Roy. Even Spin. Mr. Cocky Spin, who I love. Dude's the man. But even he doesn't do some dumbass comments like that. Now watch you. He'll make a dumbass comment. Roy, how about back-to-back 2 and 14 seasons? Woo! Yeah, those are fun. Let's get back to drought years. Let's see. Keys, not all of it. I don't know what that means, Keys, but all right. They earned it. Phantom negativity. However, I'm here forever and will support Bills, no doubt, Tommy. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. So no matter how pissed we are, no matter how, like frustrated we are with this team, you're going to continue to watch because you love this team, right? You were born and raised pretty much a Buffalo Bills fan, right? You grew up watching this team more than likely, right? You're not a bandwagon fan. I don't think any of you guys are bandwagon fans. You didn't just jump on the hype train when the Bills started getting better. Most of you guys been rocking with the Buffalo Bills since forever. Some of you guys been rocking with the Buffalo Bills longer than me. I've been watching them since 89. Some of you guys talking about in the 70s. So now you're just going to jump off board? Of course not. You're going to listen. Once again, it's okay to criticize. It's okay to get worked up or a little upset because you expect more. And so do I. So do I. Right? Why do we expect more? Because we got a quarterback now, right? We didn't have a quarterback in the drought years, right? Where we were like, we got, no offense to Ryan Fitzpatrick, but come on. Right? Well, let's be real here, folks. If we had Josh Allen through drought years, there wouldn't be a drought year. Those are just facts, right? So yeah. I mean, guys, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Next man up, McDermott. McDermott's so bad, Scott. But you know what? The thing is, man, I can't do it anymore with him. Like, I can't even, it's tough for me to bitch and whine and complain about this fucking guy because the facts are the facts. He ain't going anywhere. Dude's here to stay, bro. Dude is here to stay. 40 Keys, I got him. It was a good time. Keys is the man. See, Keys didn't, I knew it. Keys. Keys is too strong, man. He didn't go down the dark side. He didn't go into that dark hole and just become evil Keys, man. Just hate the Buffalo Bills. Ugh. I'm proud of you, Keys, man. Make me proud. Scott, they would need to forfeit draft capital like Diggs. Listen, there's always a way. We're not going to get into the cap crap because I don't buy into all that. If a GM wants a player, he's going to make it happen. Remember the year that the offseason that Brandon Beane came out in his presser, his season-ending presser, and was like, "Hey, Bills Mafia, I want you guys to know, each and every single one of you, that if you're expecting any kind of splash signing, well, it ain't going to happen. So, don't even check your phones. Don't even go on the internet because we ain't doing it this year, right? It ain't happening." What does he do? He goes out, signs Von Miller, and then on top of that, like 10 other players, right? So don't buy into all that. If he wants to make it happen, he can make it happen, right? So once again, don't get caught up in the cap. Every GM can make it work if they really want that player. So I don't buy into that. And once again, don't look at the outlook of the future. Oh, but if we get this guy, then we're gonna be paying way down the road. Who gives a shit? You really care? You really give two fucks? I want to win. I want to win now. I want to win a Super Bowl. Let's say you win a Super Bowl and then, okay, we suck for a couple years. We have to release some players to get back into the cap, good with the cap. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. As long as they got us a trip to the Super Bowl and won us a Super Bowl, right? Who here would be like, "Oh man, I can't believe it. We won a Super Bowl. Now we're gonna suck for maybe a couple years." And by the way, we won't even suck, right? We'll still make the playoffs. So stop. Don't be so caught up with the cap. Don't be so caught up about the future outlook of the team. How about live in the now? The now is we're in the 2025 season. The now is we're 4-2. The now is we've lost 2 in a row. The now is our receiver group sucks ass. And I keep telling you guys this, and I've been telling you guys this since the end of week 1. Y'all didn't want to listen. right? A lot of you didn't want to listen. Some of you guys still don't want to listen. Some of you guys still are on this, receiver group's fine. We're going to be all right. Like, no, we're not. We're not. And I keep telling you guys, I'm done with the defense. I'm fucking done with it. Right? It's over with. It's garbage. It's hot trash. Right? I don't trust Sean McDermott. Right? He has his hands all over that defense. It's his scheme. It's his players. It's his broken players. Right? The guys that can't even make it through a couple games without getting hurt. There's nothing we can do. Sure, we can add a piece or two. Is that really going to do anything? No. But if we add a piece or two on offense that can actually move the needle, what will that do? Oh, that'll get more points on the board, which we need. Right? Are you guys getting it now? We need points. Because we're not, listen, we gave up 23 to the Patriots, who are an okay offense. Right? What did we give up to Atlanta? 24, I believe. Right? Once again, an offense that's okay. Same offense that went against Carolina and had 0 points. 0. They couldn't even get a field goal. Against us, not a problem. No problems here. We're going to score 24 on you. Right? But let's say the Bills were to be back in that 30 range. Well, we win. 30-24. I'll accept that. I'll take that all day. And at the end of the game, I'll say, you know what? Our defense still sucks, but we scored 30 points and we won. Our offense was fine. I'll take it every day. I'll take it every week. Give me a win 30-27, 33-24. Right? 30-28. I don't care if the Bills give up 27 damn points a game. If we can score 30, I'm fine. Bring on the offense. Start to load the fuck up. By the way, I'm not the only one that's saying it. Joe Marino, which I'm going to play, says the same thing. Now he does. I don't know if he was saying this before, but now other podcasters are starting to understand the same thing I've been preaching. Fuck the defense. It's time to load up on offense. Because why? This team's only going to go as far as Josh Allen can take it. What does that mean? We need more offensive weapons for Josh fucking Allen. Plain and simple. Right? Does Brandon Beane understand this now? Is he seeing the big picture? Sean McDermott sucks as a defense coordinator. His scheme is fucking broken. His players are broken. The injury report will tell you that. I mean, come on, guys. It's right in front of you. It's a real easy fix. Real easy. Fuck the defense. Load up on offense. Time to go play with these dumb planes. Have a good show. Hey, Keys. All right. Hey, Keys. Check it out later, man. I appreciate you. Keys, be careful. Careful out there, man. Careful out there. I don't want to hear about a incident over at the airport involving my main man, Keys. Brandon Beane isn't going to do anything. He's arrogant and thinks the fans are idiots. See, I'll tell you what. I kind of disagree with that because he's done something the last 2 seasons. So go back to the last 2 seasons, right? And you know what's funny? Everybody talking about the everybody eat last year. Hey, we got to the AFC Championship with everybody eats. Okay, but guess what? We made a trade for a receiver. Right? For as much as you guys, whatever, want to say you don't like him or he didn't do anything, whatever the fuck you think about Amari Cooper, I don't believe in coincidences. The dude got here. We were averaging 26.7 a game, and we went up to 33.2. Josh Allen's yards per pass went up. Everything went up after that trade. So say what you want, but I don't believe in coincidence. He made this offense better. Just his presence alone. And you know what? Brandon Beane understood that we needed help with the receiver room, and he made a trade. So the everybody eats garbage was kind of thrown out the door because we knew we needed help at that position. And then the year before, he made a trade at corner when he brung in Rasul Douglas, when everyone knew we needed help at CB2. So I expect the same this year. I expect him to understand that this whole scheme, this whole philosophy is not working. And the defense it doesn't matter who you add. Now, I'm not saying if there's a player that's available that can help his team on defense, I'm not saying ignore that. Shit, if you make multiple trades. Matter of fact, there's free agents that you can go get right now. How about Asante Samuel? Some of you guys are like, oh, Samuel. Dude, I'll take anything at this point on defense. Anything will help. At this point, we're kind of desperate. I'll take him over Trey White any day of the week. Any fucking day of the week. So if there's a free agent, you don't even need to make a trade. Call his agent. He's good to go. He's healthy. Everything good? Because I know he had some kind of follow-up on a surgery to make sure he's good to go. I think it was mid-October. I think it already happened. He's probably ready to go. Is he good to go? Does he want to sign a one-year deal? We could bring him here. Make it happen. And if he's good, we'll talk about an extension. Okay, great. Bring him to Buffalo. Boom. Done. There's your CB2. As simple as that. That's it. Real simple. Then you get on the phone. Yo, what do you want for Waddle? Oh, okay. All right, let me think about it. Let me call you back. All right. What do you want for AJ Brown? Okay. Right? Let's make it work. It's not rocket science. You call, you figure it out. Right? Give up one of your picks. Give up a couple of your picks. They're not working out for you anyways. Look at the draft class this year. They're all banged up or hurt. There's only 2 guys performing. Walker and Hawes. That's it. Everybody else is injured. Right? Not even performing. And when they were on the field, they weren't performing that great anyways. And we have no idea what we're going to get out of Harrison. We have no idea. We didn't even get to see him at preseason, so we have no idea. I'm not risking that. If there's a better option, a free agency or trade. But I'm more concerned about the offense. Prison Mike, I love to laugh sometimes. That's all we can do. Absolutely. Dude, I'm tired of being mad. I'm tired of coming on here and be like, oh, fuck this fucking team. Fucking bullshit. Fuck. So sick of the Buffalo Bills. Like, dude, I'm done with that. When all that stopped for me, guys, a 13-second game. Dude, I still haven't found that video. I got to find that video. I was so when I went live after that, I was so just mentally drained is the best I can describe it. Like, you could tell, I was done, dude. This team took everything from me in that game. Took everything out of me, right? And I said, moving forward, you know what? Fuck it, man. It is what it is. I'm not gonna let this team fucking destroy me, right? Right? This team's. It's been a roller coaster ride since I've been watching. It is what it is. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna love this team no matter what, but I'm not gonna let it break me down either. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. But you guys fan how you want to fan. 50 years, you see? There it is, Scott. So, hey, what's one more year of misery? Right, well, hey. Roy, Joe Ferguson, Bill's first quarterback I remember watching CG. Damn, Roy. I was watching 89. I got, at least when I started watching, it was good old Kelly years, Thurman. And now that was a good, well-rounded team, right? So they built a powerhouse of a team in the early 90s, right? Late 80s, early 90s. And unfortunately for us in the NFC, the teams we were facing in the Super Bowl were just more well-rounded, better, even better, right? Which is crazy. It was the only game that we should have won the Super Bowl was the Giants. That was the only game where we had better talent across the board. Better quarterback, better receiver, better defense, and we just got caught up. I think we went in that game a little cocky, right? There was rumors that we were out there drinking all weekend and shit, partying it up, thinking we had it in the bag, and look, it happens. Look at Mike Tyson, right? Right, against James Buster Douglas. That dude, they fought 10 times. He went 10 of 10, right? But he went out to China, or wherever the fuck that was, and was, having fun with the females, partying, not giving a fuck, probably didn't do any kind of real training, right? You see his cornermen, they had bags of water for his eye. I mean, they were so unprepared for that fight because They knew it's Mike Tyson to knock this fucking guy out quick. We're gonna go home. There's another cool couple mil in his pocket, no problem. And it happened, right? That's kind of like the Buffalo Bills did, man. Little too cocky, winning that Super Bowl thinking they had it in the bag, and came down to a field goal, and unfortunately, wide right, and that was a wrap. And then we faced some really, really good Super Bowl teams in Washington and Dallas. And that's how it went. Y'all remember, I don't have to tell you, all your old school heads out there. Yeah. Forget, like I said, once again, forget the defense, guys. I'm done with the defense. I of course, like I said, if there's a piece out there we can add to the defense, fine. But I'm not stressing the defense anymore. I can't do it. I can't. As long as Sean McDermott's here and it's his scheme, and Bobby Babich is just his puppet, right? Because really, honestly, anyone up there that's calling the play is going to be McDermott's puppet. It's his scheme. It's his playbook, guys. Don't get it twisted. Y'all thought Ryan Nielsen was going to do anything different when he came here? Make any kind of real changes? No. I laughed at that when somebody told me that. It's Ryan Nielsen's defense now. You're going to see a better defense. Really? Am I? I don't know. I'm seeing the same, if not worse. I don't know. I haven't seen anything different. The same soft zone bullshit defense I've been seeing for years now. Bend, don't break. Well, guess what? It's fucking breaking. Falling all apart. It's a fucking mess out there. Right? The fucking wheelchairs. Just put the wheelchairs out there already. Just have them ready. Because guys aren't making it. Right? They're just not, unfortunately. It's okay. Gabe Davis is coming. Honestly, bro, if at this point, I'll take Gabe Davis over most of the receivers we have on the team. Am I wrong? I mean, y'all can hate Gabe all you want, but I've seen way better from Gabe than any of these guys we have on our team, except for maybe Shakir. Shakir, I think, is a really good receiver, and he could be even better if they gave him more opportunity. But outside of Shakir, really? You don't think Gabe Davis is better than any of the other? Bro, they wish they could have games like Gabe Davis had, even with the inconsistency of Gabe Davis. Are you kidding me? When's the last time you saw a 80-yard bomb from Josh Allen? Oh, I remember Gabe Davis. Come on. Right? Like I said, say what you want about him, but at this point, he's better than almost everyone we have in that group. So what would it hurt to bring him up? Absolutely, I would bring him up, especially if we don't make any deals. And even if we do, I'll take that back. Even if we make a trade for a receiver, bring Gabe Davis up and scratch one of those sorry-ass receivers that we got that ain't doing shit anyways. I mean, name a guy that's doing anything. It's miserable. This is a shit wide receiver room. And it may not even be all their fault. This could lie back on Joe Brady for not scheming it up right or not understanding his players' strengths and using them in the offense correctly. I said this right to start the podcast. Take our receiver group, move them over to KC. I promise you, Andy Reid would do something with them. Matter of fact, take our receiver group, put them over to Brian Dable. And Brian Dable will be able to do something with them. He made Isaiah McKenzie look like a decent receiver when he was here. I mean, he really did. If Isaiah McKenzie was on this roster now, he'd be a healthy scratch. We wouldn't know what to do with him. We had another, matter of fact, we had his replacement, KJ Hamler, who was actually faster than McKenzie. We did nothing with him. Zero. He made the team last year, and we constantly just threw him on the practice squad all year long. Even when we needed help at receiver, it didn't matter. Oh, we can't. Bobby Babbitt, Sean, what are we going to do with this guy, KJ Hamler? I mean, we know he runs a 4.3. He's really, really fast. But everybody eats. I mean, what's he going to do? Come on. It's mind-boggling. It's craziness. Lee, Tommy, I give you a hard time about complaining about the coaches, But I was wrong. Joe Brady's a problem. Yeah, and I've been saying it for a while. I'm finally Mikey's are understanding now that Joe Brady's not as good as everybody thought, right? He's not as creative as everyone thought he was. He doesn't understand players. He doesn't understand what he has in the room, and he doesn't know how to use them to their ability, right? Go look at the best offensive coaches out there. Excuse me. The best offensive coordinators, the best offensive-minded head coaches. They may not have the best talent receiver group wise, right? But they know how to use them. They know how to scheme them up, right? They know what their strengths and weaknesses are. Ours does not. Like, we are the most boring ass offense in the league. And that's because of Joe Brady. Doesn't understand where to put guys on the field, how to scheme them up, what routes to run. It's just sloppy ass offense. It's terrible. I'm sorry. Like, I saw this coming. You guys once again were like, Tommy, shut up. We're 4-0. But I was looking at it from last year, and I didn't want to get fooled again. Last year, it fooled me, right? I was like you guys. Well, we're 3-0. We're scoring 30 a game. Everybody shut up. Everybody eats the greatest thing since sliced bread. Right? Until it wasn't. Until we faced defenses that were pretty good, and they shut that shit down real quick. And then we were like, whoa, there's a problem. Time to go. We got to make a trade. Oh, shit. All right, let's get a guy that actually can separate, that has, that demands respect from the DBs and the defense coordinators. Okay, let's bring him in here. Oh, shit, our offense is better? Oh, wow, Keon Coleman actually had his best game of the year once we got this guy on the field. That's crazy. How'd that happen? Let me think. Come on, man. Guys, wake the fuck up. We need better talent. And don't tell me it won't fit in this. Don't tell me he won't. Whatever player we bring in here won't fit in our scheme. Stop. Would you guys stop? Whoever's saying that. That's the craziest comment ever. Did you guys watch old ass Joe Flacco last night? With what he could do when he has like capable receivers. Old ass, what is he, 45 years old? Out there slinging the rock. When's the last time you see Josh Allen just sling the rock all over the place? Like, you know what we're saying now as fans? We need to run the ball more. We're like giving up on their passing game. We need James Cook to run the ball. That's he needs to be on the field more. What? I mean, I agree he needs to be on the field, but when did this happen? Now we're just a shitty passing. We don't trust Allen. Right? We're a run team now. Got to get out there and run. God damn, dude. This is where we're at? Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lord. Sucks ass. I was okay with the receiver group. Admittedly, you were right, Tommy. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. And I don't want to be right. That's the thing, too, man. Like, I don't want, like, look, guys, this isn't like you guys know my podcast, right? You guys know me. I'm down the middle with everything. I will give this team its dues and its love. I will eat crow when I'm wrong, right? But when I see something I don't like or that could be a problem, I'm going to tell you. Now, once again, it doesn't mean I'm right. It's not gospel. You guys could take it how you want it. But I'm gonna let you know every time, right? I'm not gonna just shut my mouth and be like, "Hey guys, we're the best team in 4-0, baby." Like, no, I'm gonna point out the problems that could be problems down the road. And boy, those problems crept in, right? And I'm kind of glad, to be honest with you, that they're happening now, right? We're 4-2, right? We're still up there in the division. We're half a game behind now, really, technically. But we're still there, right? We're still a winning football team by record. And we're still in the trade deadline area, right? Where, okay, we know where we're at right now. It's not very good. And we have opportunity to change that. We have opportunities to correct this mistake. It's okay to admit you're wrong, right? Or admit that, hey, maybe this team that we thought was fine going into the 2025 season, maybe it's not. Maybe I fucked up, right? And it's okay. Like I told you guys a second ago, I'll eat crow if I'm wrong. Brandon Beane has to do the same thing. Sean McDermott has to do the same thing. It's okay. Like, look, when I saw this wide receiver group, y'all remember in the offseason, I was like, damn, this is probably the best well-rounded receiver group that we've had in a while. I really felt that. But I was wrong. It's not well-rounded. And maybe it is, but Joe Brady clearly doesn't know what to do with it. And it's funny, Mikey, who's going to be on here soon, says, oh, well, we could make a trade for a receiver, but what makes you think Joe Brady's going to use him, blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. If you bring in a guy at that caliber, right? Let's say whatever guy we bring in clearly should be better than any receiver we have in the room, right? If they're going to make a trade, make it count is what I'm trying to say. So more than likely, they're going to make a trade that's going to count, right? Well, guess what? You bring in a guy like that who knows what the fuck he's doing, who doesn't need Joe Brady to make him better or scheme him up. He's just going to get open because that's what he does, right? You think A.J. Brown needs fucking Joe Brady to help him out? No, he's going to go out there. He's going to get separation, and Allen's going to go, yeah, I'm going to that guy. He's not going to go, Brady, yeah, I know he's open, but, let's throw the key on a little bit more this game. Shut the fuck up. Stop. Of course not. You guys saw. Did you watch Thursday night game? When you have a guy like that, it doesn't matter what the defense is throwing out there. And if they are going finally, damn, we can't stop Chase. We got to double Chase. Well, guess what? T. Higgins is like, yo, I got you. Right? Look at LA. Look at the Rams. You got Puka, right? You got Adams. You got the other guy. I forget the other guy's name who's eating, right? Makes it so much easier for the rest of the offense when you got guys like that can create early separation, that demand the respect of the defense. We do not have that. I keep telling you all that. There's not one receiver on this Bills team that a defense respects. That's the truth. That's the bottom line truth. When they go man, that's what they've been doing, and they bring heat against Josh Allen, we are fucked. This is the result you get. 14 points. 20 points. Miserable. Terrible. Right? What's Allen to do? Allen's reverting back to his old ways. Why? Because he's desperate. He's trying to do anything that he can to make something happen. And by that, he's turning the ball over. Because he's getting frustrated. Did you see him the last game? He looked like a guy that was, his body language looked like a guy who was telling you, I'm fucking really fucking pissed. This is, what can I do? What the fuck else can I do out here? Right? Nobody's getting open. I got nothing. You're sending heat, and Brady's not even recognizing that teams are bringing blitzes and countering that. No, because that Brady is clearly not good enough. He's not a great OC. He's a good OC. He could be better, but it's not been great. A.J. Brown, get him. Absolutely get him. Why not? If he's available, listen, I don't give a shit. If any player is available that can make this team better, make it. Do it. Make it happen. Right? The time is now. Stop fucking around, Brandon Beane. Look at this roster. It's all fucking banged up and hurt. These are all guys you drafted. They can't stay healthy. This receiver room that you got, all these cheap-ass receivers that you keep plucking up at the Dollar Tree, this is what you get, right? And you don't have a good enough coach or OC to make these Dollar Tree rye receivers better. They are what they are. Period. So go make a move. Go make it happen. Bring in a guy that doesn't need any help from the coaches. That, he could just go out there and make it happen. Right? And you don't listen. And that's the other thing too. Oh, yeah, bringing a player here to learn the offensive playbook. Guys, most playbooks in the NFL, most of the plays are plays that they've already that are ran everywhere. Most of them, right? You can get a receiver and be like, okay, we're gonna dial up these, like, this is the 10 plays we use for the most. Like, he's gonna know them. And then as the weeks go on, sure, he can get more familiar with the other stuff of the playbook, but he can go out there and do the most basic playbook stuff and still be effective. Look at Joe Flacco. Just went over to the Bengals. Been there 2 weeks. Already won him a game. How long was Browning there for? 3 years or whatever? Just like that. You don't, and matter of fact, Flacco last night was like, I don't even know half the fucking plays that were coming in. I was just making it work. Why? Because receivers were getting open. Very easy. It makes the quarterback's job so much easier, right? When you have talent. Oh my God, I got talent. Woo. Oh my God, there's somebody open. Wow. Come on, man. It's not that difficult. I don't see Philly. Yeah, I don't see it either. But listen, you never know, right? But it doesn't matter. AJ Brown or not AJ Brown, there's going to be players available at the deadline. There's going to be a lot of sellers. Brandon Beane needs to be a buyer, plain and simple. If he's not a buyer, that tells me everything I need to know about this team moving forward, at least this season. He basically thinks this team, regardless if we pick up a guy like an AJ Brown or a Waddle or whoever, Olave, they're not going to make a difference anyways, right? This team is not going anywhere. Why am I going to waste my draft picks? That's what that will tell me, okay? But if he makes a move, which he should, and I think he will, then that tells me, okay, I think we're good enough if we get this player that we could be an actually true contender. But dude, guys, once again, this team's only going to go as far as Josh Allen could take it. And that means you need to get him weapons. And this is moving forward. Even in the offseason, we're going to sit here again. We're going to talk about what the Bills need on defense. What the Bills need on defense. Right? Let's draft this. We need a linebacker. We need a safety. We need another edge. We need this. We need that. On defense. And then we're right back to the same old fucking song and dance. Same old fucking outcome, right? Because why? Because the ingredients that Brandon Beane's getting for Sean McDermott aren't working, right? But that's what Sean McDermott wants. These are his ingredients. He writes them on a list. He hands it over to Beane. These are the kind of players I want. These are the kind of players you need to go get, right? He's not going to go against it, right? This is not going to happen. Never happens. GM's responsible for getting the coaches type of players that fit his scheme, right? If Brandon Beane was on Andy Reid's Kansas City Chiefs, he was the GM. I promise you, the draft picks would be way different. I guarantee you this, right? But he doesn't have that luxury. He has to work with Sean McDermott and what Sean McDermott wants. And it's not working, okay? So once again, this team is going to go as far as Josh Allen could take it. So load the fuck up on offense. Stop playing around. Stop fucking around. I'd much rather you just pick up a bunch of Dollar Tree defensive players, maybe get lucky on one of them like you did on Leonard Floyd one year, and you stack the offense. Stack the offense. Score in the mid-30s. Let's just fucking outscore everybody. That's it. That's where I'm going with this team moving forward because I don't trust the defense at all. At all. I never have, to be honest with you. Maybe way early on when McDermott first got here, right? Because we had, you know why? Because we had guys that didn't really need to, for the coaching staff to get them to play at a high level. They were already playing at a high level, right? We don't have that right now. We have a bunch of guys that they're just not good enough. And they're getting hurt on top of that. So we got guys that aren't good enough and getting hurt on top of that. Yikes. What the fuck? Scott Blakely, something has to work, either offense or defense. Probably both. But if not, load the damn offense up. Totally agree. Yeah. Like, dude, at this point, guys, I call it like, Groundhog Day, right? The movie Groundhog Day. It's the same shit over and over, right? For the Buffalo Bills, Groundhog season, right? We've been down this road. We've had these talks every year since I've been doing this podcast. I promise you, every year it's been the same talk, right? Same talk. What can we do on defense? Why is McDermott's defense failing? Why is McDermott's defense failing in the playoffs? What do we need to add on defense? We need another corner. We need a safety. What are we going to do about Matt Milano? Oh, we're going to just keep him on here year after year. Okay, he's broken. Terrell Bernard can't stay healthy. Milano, forget about it. He can't stay healthy. Christian Benford, who I liked. I didn't mind the signing. He regressed. I don't know what's going on there. Trey White, yeah, Jesus. Let's bring back old, beaten up Trey White. That'll solve the problems. What are we doing? But this is it. This is why I'm telling you guys. Just forget about it. Forget about the defense. Right? No matter what, it's going to remain the same. The scheme's not going to change. Nothing's going to change. So I'm good where I'm at. Mikey will be on soon, Beth. So normally the podcast starts at 9. But I've been having to leave at 10 for my night job that I'll be working till November 21st. So I decided to go an hour early, and Mikey will jump on at 9. So he should be on in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll get to talking. So Mikey, by the way, totally disagrees with my takes. He doesn't think a receiver, he doesn't want a receiver here. He doesn't think a receiver will help here. And that's okay. We're going to agree to disagree on that. We'll see. Maybe he's changed his opinion since we last talked. But either way, I'm sticking with what I said. And let me play something real quick. Matter of fact, give me 1 minute, guys. I do have this. And it's funny because he's saying it now. And everyone's going to be like, oh, you see, Joe Marino said it. Dude, I've been saying this for the longest time, right? Now Joe Marino's on board. Now, of course, right, all of Bill's Mafia who were against what I was saying, right, are like, yeah, Joe Marino, he said it. It must be true. But he's right. But I've been telling you guys this. All right, let's go ahead and play this real quick. Let me pull it up here. Okay, here it is. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys. Let me raise the volume.
Because I know that you're a little more interested in upgrades in the secondary.
Yeah.
And I think I'm more interested in the upgrades at receiver.
All right.
And this is going to be a big surprise, maybe. I don't know. But I
don't think you'll have to talk to him into it.
You definitely don't have to talk me into it. I mean, I could certainly get there. Is it because, I mean, the main root of it for me is always I want to lean into the path that I'm going to win games, and with this defense structurally, I might have to score 41 a game, so I got to find a way to do that.
Yes, I think you're on to mostly what I'm thinking, but ultimately what it comes down to is I think this defense is completely game script dependent. And Sean McDermott says it all the time. The Falcons or whatever team is allowed to be two-dimensional, right? Well, how do you get them one-dimensional? You have more points and you have them chasing it. And I'm not saying defense, schmefense. I am not saying that. But I think because of the structure of defense that you have and the personnel that you have defensively, your best way to get your defense in good situations is to be able to score a lot of points because they are game script dependent. If not, you're going to be in neutral game scripts, and when that's the case, your run defense is a problem, right? Like it's the issues there are very deep, and you're playing this coverage, where you're pretty soft, and you need that margin for error. You need to create urgency for that other team to the point where they're scared of being able to keep up with Josh Allen. And boy, that was my whole narrative. I feel silly for my analysis the last 2 weeks because I think it's really the Bills just didn't align with it. It's like, I don't think Drake May can outscore Josh Allen for 6 minutes if the Bills play offense like this. Same thing with Michael Penix. 24 points should not be enough to beat the Bills.
Right.
They scored 14.
Yeah.
I think because of the way you play defense, your best opportunity is to control game scripts, and I think that starts with scoring points. And I think they need too much on defense. Because I know that.
All right, so yeah, exactly my point, right? Guys, did you not say exactly what I've been saying for the past what? Since, like I said, week one, after week one, right? I mean, come on, guys. Like I've been telling y'all this, and now people are starting to come around. Other podcasters are obviously coming around and singing the same tune, right? And he kind of was backing away from the fuck this defense like I am, but in reality, he's saying fuck this defense. Let's be real, right? He's basically saying the same thing I am. Load the fuck up on offense and just fucking outscore everybody, because that's what it's going to take, right? Because yeah, the defense, by the way, a okay offense in both the Patriots and the Falcons still gave up 23 in one game and 24 in the other. However, if the Bills' offense can be where we think they could be, with a better crew that's a better support for Allen, this team could easily be back at the 30 to 32 a game. We win those games. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that, because the defense is not going to carry this team, right? Wait till we face a team that has a better offense. That 23-24 is now going to be close to 30 points. That means the Buffalo Bills offense needs to score just a little bit more, 33. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm okay. As long as we get the dub, because you know what? I know what this defense is. They're going to give up points. They're not that good. But I could trust in my offense. I could trust the offense will score enough points to get the win. That's all I want. That's where I'm at with this team. I'm done with the defense. It's over. Not almost. It's true. See, I don't think Gabe is healthy yet. No, Roy, he's still working his way back. But once again, I'll take Gabe. Gabe is a better option than anyone we have right now besides Shakir. I will replace Gabe Davis right now with anyone else besides Shakir. I'm telling you. I promise you. Name a game where Josh Allen had a big play like he did with Gabe Davis while Gabe Davis was on this team. Name one. Name who, where, when. I don't remember. That's how long it's been. Because he doesn't have that guy. I'm not saying Gabe Davis was, oh my God, he's so special. But Gabe Davis is better than these guys. I promise you. I promise you. I've seen way better plays from Gabe Davis in this Bills offense than most of the guys we have on this roster, on the receiver room. I promise you. And nobody would have a problem if Gabe Davis came here over Curtis Samuel, who provides nothing, hurt all the time. Elijah Moore, who's done nothing. Palmer, who finally did something, gets hurt. Keon Coleman, who's so inconsistent. What's the worst can happen? What? Right? Gabe Davis doesn't do anything? Oh, well, neither did anyone else. Okay. So, I'd rather try. Maybe. Remember when we were so desperate for receivers, we went out and signed John Brown and Cole Beasley again? You remember that? I mean, it's getting to that point. So, we're in the trade deadline. Make it happen. Stop fucking around. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to give you guys my point of view, what I feel like this Bills team can do to make this season a good one and get us, hopefully, to a Super Bowl. That's it, man. Listen, guys, I'm not a hater of the Bills. I love my team. I will represent this team to the day I die. And this isn't a negative channel. This isn't a rah-rah channel. This is the channel where I just want this fucking team to win. I want you guys to enjoy yourself while you're here watching me. This isn't a bitch fest. This is just, hey, what can we do to get better? We're still in the season, right? Like, we're in the now. Like, I'm tired of looking back. I can't. We can't make up for the wide right in the Super Bowl. We can't make up for the 13 seconds. We can't make up for the Music City Miracle. We can't. It's over with. The shit's done. The drought years, it's over. Forget about it, right? And forget about shit that's going on in 2026, 2027. Who gives a fuck, right? We are in the now, ladies and gentlemen. And the now tells me go out, fix some shit, get it corrected, make some trades, and let's see what happens, right? That's it. Real simple. And if you don't believe in this team, then don't do anything. That's fine. That's all I need to know. But the defense, I'm done. And Mikey is here. Mikey, in.
What's up, bro?
So let me turn this background music off. Give me 1 second, Mr. Mikey, and it is off. Mr. Mikey in the house. How you doing, brother?
Good. Been listening to you on the way home.
Oh, do you? Okay, great. Did you get to listen to the Marino thing? That? Okay, so kind of what I've been saying in a nutshell. I mean, he a little bit different, but kind of the same. I know you feel different, and I said the people on here are going to get on here probably going to totally kind of lean the other way, and that's fine. That's what we do. It's always good for discussion and debate. Mm-hmm. We are on the bye week, Mikey. This is the Buffalo Bills bye week blues is what I'm calling them, right? Because that's what it is, right? 2 weeks of the blues, pretty much, until we play again, and hopefully we snap out of this losing streak, which we should, but nothing's guaranteed. Mm-hmm. But while we're in this 2 week break, this gives a lot of time for not us, even for Brandon Beane and coaching staff to reflect and go, okay, what do we got to do here to make this team better, right? What do we got to add? What do we got to do to get this team over the edge, right? To get this team back on track, because we lost something. Something is lost, in this team. We need a spark. We need to do something. Mikey, I know you're not all of the offense, but that's what people are kind of going towards now. That's what I've been saying. What's your point now? What's your thoughts now that you've got to sit on it for a little while?
I'm okay if that's what Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott decide they want to do in offense. I think at the end of last week, I'm like, fine. If you want to go get a receiver, that's fine. Here's the real problem, right? Our offensive coordinator Joe Brady doesn't use our weapons the way they should be used. Mm-hmm. James Cook had one touch in the fourth quarter. One. Mm-hmm. He did that same shit in the AFC Championship game, and we lost that one too. So it doesn't matter if we go get some special wide receiver, because what makes you think this offensive coordinator is going to know how to fucking use them?
So I agree. So I was talking about that, and I understand where you're going with that, and I kind of agree with you a little bit. However, I'll bounce this back to you. When you bring a guy in that has talent, he doesn't necessarily need the offensive coordinator or the coach to get him to play, to scheme him up at a better level to make him more efficient on offense, right? So let's say you bring in a receiver, right? And you throw the playbook at him. Most receivers, or even most quarterbacks, look at Flacco last night, right? He even mentioned he didn't even really know the playbook that well. Like, plays were coming and he kind of was just like, right? Just going with it, right? Most like guys that are really good at their job will know how to work with the playbook that they're going to probably throw them, 10 plays. And most of these plays are common plays around the NFL, right? This isn't like, a special playbook. Now, there is going to be stuff in there you'll have to learn down the line that's more about this offense that they schemed up. I get that. But if you bring in a guy that knows what he's doing and you get him the basic play, I don't believe that Brady will have to scheme him up. He'll just get open. And I don't think Allen will be like, oh, I can't throw his way. If Allen sees this guy open, he's going to throw his way. I mean, I know I keep bringing up the Cooper thing here, but Cooper had some games here. Say what you want, but he had some decent games here, and Allen was going to him. So it wasn't like Allen was like, I'm not going to throw to this guy. He doesn't know the playbook. And not only that, yeah.
You're missing my whole point of this.
Okay.
My whole point is not that I don't think Josh Allen will do it. Not that I don't think that guy can get himself open. Will he be on the field? James Cook wasn't on the field, and we just paid him, and he wasn't on the field in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Well, the James Cook thing, we've done that a million times. That has nothing to do with, I get where you're going. I understand that. But I do believe if we have a receiver in here and knows what he's doing, he'll be on the field. Listen, if they make a trade, I would be shocked. Put it this way. Not only would I be shocked, But I would be shocked if it doesn't happen, because if Brandon Beane, let's just say hypothetically, we get a guy that's in here, he pulls a trade that we're like, wow, a Waddle or what, even though I don't think it's going to happen, but let's say he does, a Brown, whatever. If we make that trade, he gives up a 4th round or whatever, 3rd round, whatever the fuck it may be. There's no way that Brandon Beane's going to be like, oh, you're not using them, and I just fucking traded. Like, okay, I guess we can. That's acceptable. Like, I don't. There's no way. That player that we bring in here, if he's giving up that kind of draft capital, you best fucking be real or be sure that he's going to be on that fucking field. Now, will he be on there as much as maybe we want him in the beginning? Maybe not, because I get that. He has to learn the playbook, but you cannot. I'm going to tell you, you cannot get a player here that's our best option if they make a trade for him and not use him. That's a fireable offense. I have yet to see that. I get what you're saying about Cooper last year, but Cooper also did get hurt. He also got hurt early on in that trade. I think it was like the 3rd game, he hurt his wrist. So we don't know the kind of production that Cooper would have had if he didn't get hurt, or how much he would have been on the field as he continued to go through each week. We have no idea. You know what I mean? But all I can tell you is, go ahead.
Our second best player is James Cook. We just gave him a bag.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see the field. Is that not a fireable offense?
Absolutely. But you know what's kind of funny, though? And I bring this up in the podcast. Maybe I don't know if you were listening at that time. It's funny how now we're like, we know how shitty our receiver room is when we're begging to run the ball. When we need James Cook out.
Throw them the ball.
No, I get it. But when we need our right, or even throw the ball. But we're so depleted. We have no faith, such zero faith that we're now going, fuck, we need our running back in there, right? Like we need our other playmaker, because that's what he is, and I believe you, and that's the truth. We got 2 playmakers, Josh Allen, James Cook. That's it. And I agree. James Cook should be on that fucking field most of the time, unless he's just dying of, he's tired of shit. He needs a breather. I'm with you 1,000%. That makes zero sense. So, I don't understand it.
So I don't understand why we think a receiver couldn't do the same thing James Cook. You put James Cook on the field, they instantly are going to have to respect that, because
he will also help James Cook.
But I'm saying
you bring it up,
but he's not on the field.
But you don't know. But listen, we also don't have that. We don't have it yet here. So that's why I keep saying I have no idea.
Receiver will change this offense.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I absolutely do. And I'm not alone with this. I'm not alone. Okay. And you got other podcasters now there talking about it. It's not just me. Joe Marino, who is respected, and I'm not saying everything he says is gospel, but a lot of what he says is true, or at least as true as how I see it. And I think the writing is on the wall, Mikey. You saw last night what a true weapon can do. And what he could do is also open up the floor for everybody else to eat, right? T. Higgins, their tight end, this guy, that guy. It helps everything. And when a receiver is dominating, it helps the running back even more, right? Because now they don't know what we're doing. We don't have that option. There is not one guy on this receiver room that I feel a defense is actually scared of or worried about. Name a guy. Who? What guy? What guy does the defense go, man, we're going to this game. We got to watch that guy. Like, I don't see it. Do you? I mean, who is it?
No, but you can say that about 3/4 of the team in the NFL.
Okay, but we're not talking about 3/4 of the team in the NFL. We're talking about the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, but go to what Jarek is saying right here. Sean McDermott wants to be a run-first team.
Oh, so now we're run for. So now we all of a sudden we turn. We don't need to be. But why? Why?
We started that last year. We led the league.
You know what's funny when we talk about last year, though, guys, that everybody eats, yet we still made a trade for a receiver. What? So how is that working? If we felt last year, everything's fine here. We're a run offense. We don't need to make a trade. Why'd they make a trade then?
Tommy?
But Mikey, my point is, why did they do it then? Tell me.
Because the receivers we had last year are worse than the receivers we have this year.
You think so?
Yes.
You think so? I almost can promise you they're not. Stat-wise, I can almost guarantee they're not.
But stats don't tell you everything.
They don't?
You know that as well as I do.
I could promise you that Matt Collins has probably more yards than some of our receivers. I could tell you that Keon Coleman's probably on the same pace as he was last year. I could probably tell you that the only guy that's underperforming from last year to this year is Shakir, and that's because he came in the season hurt. Outside of that, the receiver room is no better than it was last year. It should be. If it was on the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe, and I'm with you there. I totally. And Colin Cowherd said it best. Listen, this team doesn't have the coach, the offensive genius minded in some of these guys like McVay and Andy Reid to make it work with these subpar receivers. We don't have that luxury. So if we don't have that luxury, bring in a guy that doesn't need a guy like an Andy Reid. He's special enough where he could just get open. So what? Just go through this. So basically what I'm saying is you guys feel like we just need to pound the ball. James Cook. But what about when we play defenses that are good against the run? Then what?
That's not what I said.
No, I'm asking you. Then what?
I'm just saying put James Cook on the field. If you want to trade for a receiver, trade for a receiver.
Put Cook on the field. They shut. Let's say they. Okay.
So
let's say they shut Cook down
outside because he can run routes too.
So make Cook. So he's our everything then. A receiver and a runner.
He's a piece of our stuff. If you start moving your X factor,
let me ask you this: what do you want then? So forget the receiver because that I'm done with. You clearly don't want one. You don't think it'll help,
Tommy.
Fine. What? No, I'm asking.
Tommy,
Mikey,
this is week fucking 4 of the same conversation.
All right, guys.
What are you gonna get?
Forget it.
I
forget
don't
it. No more.
Get a receiver.
Right. All right. Then forget the conversation. I'm done. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, Mikey, what would you like to see? It's this conversation. You're getting upset. What do you like? What do you want? I don't know. What do you want then? Are you just done?
I want a receiver. I want a CB2.
Oh, you want a receiver? Why? What? What are you talking about? What do you really want? You don't want a receiver.
I shouldn't come on here until after the trade deadline because this is the same
conversation. What do you want? I don't get it.
How many times do I have to tell you? Give me a receiver, a CB2, and a defensive tackle.
But I think I've been saying that. So why are we on the wrong page?
Focus on one area, the receiver.
No,
that's all you focus on.
That's not true. If you said you watched the beginning of this podcast, then I said
I said I watched.
Bill, right. I said the Bills should. You're in this deadline now. We're in a bye week of 2 weeks. You have opportunity to go out and get a receiver. You have an opportunity to get a CB2. Matter of fact, there are some that are sitting as free agents that are better than anybody we have right now. Right? I would take Samuel if he's healthy, call him up, see what he wants, see if you can get him here. If you can't, there's trade deadline. You could do multiple trades. It's possible. This isn't like there is a rule against not doing multiple trades. So yes, I'm with you. I'm not saying receiver, that's it, leave it alone, don't do anything else. Period. Done. I never said that.
Well,
I said this team needs to
how you want to not focus on the defense. You don't give a shit what they do on the defense.
You
just want to load up on the offense.
Listen, yes, and I'll stick with that. But if they go out and get a CB2 or a cornerback, I'm not going to be here and be like, oh, that was terrible. Like, why would I do that? But that doesn't mean we shouldn't go out and get offense because the end of the day, Mikey, the team's only going to go as far as as Allen would take us. We've run against, put it this way, we went against 2 mediocre offenses. Let's be real. The Falcons got shut out. They had 0 points against the Panthers. The Patriots are getting better, but they're not the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not the LA Rams. They're not the Detroit Lions, right? And we still gave up 23 and 24 points. Now, when we go against teams that are like the Chiefs who are getting better now on offense, they're getting back Rashee Rice, they're going to probably score close to 30 points. Is that safe to say? Right? This defense is definitely going to give up close to 30 points. They gave a shitload to Baltimore, right? 40 points, right? And that's Baltimore, right? Now, that means what?
With everybody healthy.
Exactly. Week 1, when everyone's healthy, how many points do we give up?
No, I'm saying week 1 Baltimore is not the same week 1 or
no. Today, I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. So week 1 Baltimore, everyone healthy. How many points did the Buffalo Bills give up on defense?
40.
So what did it take for the offense to win that game?
41. I'm not sure what you're getting at here.
Right, because we went against a better offense. Our defense is not going to hold a better offense to 23 points. Okay. We need offense.
We dropped 41 that week. So it's not like the offense can't do it. We have guys who run 4-3 and we run them on shallow crossers.
But what did we learn about the defense? What did we learn about ball defense though since then? It's pretty bad. It's given up.
Once they started dropping like flies, it got real bad.
I know,
but
now
they're running basically an entire second unit defense.
Right. I guess where I'm going, Mikey, is we've gone down this road year after year. Right. We're in year 9. Mm-hmm. We know what this defense is built like. We know that players can't stay healthy. Like, these are all facts. This isn't me just lying and bullshitting you. We know that this team scheme is not going to change no matter who we bring in here. It's still going to be a soft zone type of defense. We're still going to give up points. So my thing is, when I'm saying fuck the defense, I'm not saying you can't get any defensive play. I'm not saying that. But I want the team to start loading up on offense, because clearly the defense can't be trusted. No matter who you bring in here, it seems like it doesn't make a difference. Has it made a difference? Name a player that's come in here and it's really actually over the last 3 years has really said going into the playoffs, man, this defense is going to shut this fucking team. We have never said that. Have you? No. So now tell me, how many times have we gone into a playoffs going, the offense is on fire, we can win with Josh Allen, this offense is scoring 35. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm going with it. That's the only reason I'm saying that, Mikey. I'm not shitting on
every
what
year
you're saying.
We say that. Even when we had, Diggs and Beasley and Sanders and a room full of elite wide receivers, we still lost with 13 seconds.
Correct. But you know what the difference was, though? Our defense was trash still, right?
Still trash.
And I understand it's still trash, but your point is we still got to an AFC championship game without Diggs, right? But we made a trade. We still made a trade.
I wasn't talking about without Diggs. I'm saying year that we loaded up on offense and we had Manny Sanders, Diggs, Beasley, Davis, where Davis was like number 4, number 5. We were loaded on offense and didn't even have the best offensive line. And we lost. We still lost. But let me tell you, what in that game, which was a rarity, really, should not have never happened. It wasn't even more. The defense lost the game, and who else lost the game? The head coach. And so until that changes, I don't know if us going out and loading up on wide receiver truly changes our outcome. That's my concern.
But I get it. But we still had a chance. We still went up on
we had a chance last year without having elite receivers.
I get it, but you need help for you can't keep doing this, Mike. You can't throw garbage out there every year. I understand that, but why are we doing this?
We've done this.
I know, but why is that okay? Why though? Let me ask you that then. Why is it okay?
Every fan base is having the same question.
Okay, but forget them. I'm asking about us. We're here talking about the Bills. Not here talking about any other team.
I can't answer that.
Why is it okay?
Because
I know,
our
but I'm
owner
asking
thinks
you.
it is. The owner thinks it's okay.
The owner or the fucking idiot coach and GM think
the owner
what we
who
have in the
hired
room is
the
fine.
Idiot coach and GM who run this team.
I'll give you that.
The guy
I'll give you that.
Pays the bills has allowed this to continue to happen.
So let me ask you this: if they make a trade for a receiver, would you think that their philosophy of this whole everybody eats is bullshit?
No,
because now that's the second year in a row that they're
trade last year and they said everyone eats and it
right. But my point is, do you think that would
change that if they actually if they opened up the offense and started throwing the ball, using.
But let's say they do.
Using the players who.
Let's say they do. But okay, but let's say they make a trade. Hypothetically, let's say we get a receiver in here and it does make a difference. What would let's say we over the last whatever remaining of the season
difference? We go on to win the Super Bowl.
No. Forget that. I'm just talking about regular season. What we're seeing right now, because what we're seeing from here to the playoffs is going to translate. It should into the playoffs, and we can't deny. Okay, but last year we can't deny that our points per game in the playoffs were still pretty high, all the way up to the AFC Championship game. In a way,
we needed them to make a play, and the offense failed.
Okay, I get that, and you know what that tells me? Get more offense. Get more weapons. I get that, but they still.
Replace the guys that we have.
Would you have liked
different guys?
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, when you finished that game, what was your number one thought? Damn, I wish we had more talent rather than rather than Matt Collins. Like if we had just a little bit more help for Josh Allen, maybe we win that game. Maybe he's not throwing a lucky ball up to Dalton Kincaid. Maybe there's a go-to guy there that Allen could go to. That's the other problem too. I see, Mikey.
Who's the go-to guy
when we're in third?
Indianapolis?
So let's say this: we're on 3rd and 8, right? We got a 3rd and 8. Who are you going to? Right? Forget James Cook. James Cook, he's not that guy right now. He's not a receiver. You need a receiving play, a go-to, games on the line, 3rd and 8. Who are you going to? Who's Allen going to? Who's the guy? Who's the guy you can trust? Nobody.
Right now it's Shakir.
Kind of. Sometimes.
But you can
always
say that. You can, and I know we're talking about the Bills, but you can say that about a lot of teams. You can say that about the Kansas City Chiefs on 3rd and 8 without Travis Kelce being Travis Kelce. Who's Mahomes' go-to?
And you know what's the greatest thing about them? But what corrects that? What makes that team special? What makes
their
those
head coach who knows how to scheme people up?
Absolutely. That's my point. That's my point. So we could take our receiver group right now, trade them all to the Chiefs. They could we get all their guys. I guarantee you they don't know how to make it work. I promise you. But that doesn't make them better receivers. They're still subpar receivers that are being utilized better, know how to scheme them up. They understand the strength. You said yourself, we don't have that, right? Brady simply can't do that, right? He's not.
Yeah.
He hasn't. So that's the reason why I want a guy in here that doesn't necessarily need Joe Brady to scheme him up or make him better. He's just that good where he's going to create separation, get open, and make plays. But I understand your point. If they don't put him on the field, then what's the point? And to be honest with you, if they make a trade and they don't put the player on the field, yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you at that point. Then fire everybody.
I don't know what to tell. Like right now, you have your second best player on offense sitting on the sidelines the entire 4th quarter. Like
I agree, I should be on the field.
That's coaching malpractice.
I'm with you. And that's a shame. But if put it this way, let's say he's off the field, but you still got a player that you can count on the field. I mean, I get what you're saying. He still should be on the field.
And if we go out and in order to get what you want, we're going to have to pay $30 million.
That doesn't, not necessarily. There's certain guys that you still flex the contract.
Tell me
work
that can do what you're asking. That's going to walk in and become that guy that can just.
You could still listen, regardless of what guy they get out there, they can always make it work. I've seen trades happen all the time.
What I'm saying is, if you get that guy, it's going to cost you that much about that much money a year.
So. Listen, if you make a trade, Mikey, hypothetically, I'm just going to throw this out there. Let's say you make a trade and it's a guy that's going to cost you. But this guy that's going to cost you is potentially going to give you a better opportunity to get to a Super Bowl or potentially win a Super Bowl. So let's say you go ahead and get that guy and that guy actually does what he's supposed to do and the team goes on and goes to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl. Over the next 2 years, you're in salary cap hell. Are you that mad?
No, because we won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
But here's my concern.
So what's going on here?
We're in year 9. What makes you believe that they're going to change their colors and do what you want them to do?
Because we're in year 9.
So you think
I'm hoping you think they realize
Bean and McDermott will wake up, tomorrow and say, you know what?
I'm hoping.
Need to go trade for
I don't.
Brown or Chris Olave or one of these elite receivers.
I don't know.
Be able to do it.
Listen, Mikey, the reality is if they're smart, and I don't think they're idiots, they're going to look around the NFL and the AFC and go, there's teams that are getting better around us, right? If we don't act now and we just sit on our hand, this window's going to start closing. It's not wide open anymore like it was. That's the reality. The Patriots are trending up. The Colts are doing better. There's teams in the AFC now that are playing better. You still got the Chiefs out there who are yet to be dethroned. So yes, like as we're fucking around in year 9, not doing anything, teams are getting now better around the league while we're sitting around talking about what we can do in the offseason. I'm done. And they need to understand this and go, what do we need to do now? Because if we keep doing what we're doing, the window's going to get closer and closer and closer to being closed. That's what I want.
And I get what you want, and I hope it comes true. And I told you last week at the end of our show, if they trade for a wide receiver, great. If it
He's
helps,
done 2 years in a row.
great.
He's made moves. I will say that, though. 2 years in a row, Brandon Beane's made moves on. Not only has he made trades, Mikey, 2 years in a row, he's made trades for things that we needed. They weren't bullshit trades like bringing in the kick returner guy the 1 year that, who was whatever, and the safety that made no difference. Like he made 2 years in a row where everybody was talking about cornerback. We need help. We need help. What did he do? He went out and got Rasul Douglas, the best guy that he could get at the time, and in the trade deadline, right? And then last year, it came down to who? Adams and Cooper, right? He got Cooper, and it made sense because Adams had a big. I get that, but Cooper still, say what you want, and like I said, I don't believe in just a guy here and things went up for no reason. Like clearly something happened, whether it was a spark or whatever. The offense clicked, and we started winning games. Like that's all I want, right? Whoever comes in here, maybe that's a spark that we need, right? So we'll see what happens, but we need to do something. You cannot sit on your hands. And I don't think Bean will. I'll be honest with you. I think he's going to see this as another year that he goes, fuck, man, everyone's talking. The reality is this. We're scoring 14 points last week. We scored 20 the week before. There's a problem, and we need to score points, and that means we need help. Not only that, Josh Palmer now is hurt. Curtis Samuel, he knows not doing anything. So what does that do? You wait around for Gabe? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's kind of getting hurt around you, especially on offense now. Like, that's not good. So for me, you need to make a move on a receiver, a cornerback for sure, and possibly a linebacker or a defensive tackle.
I would be okay with another linebacker because our linebackers are brittle as hell.
Oh, they're brittle. They're broken.
At the end of the day, we have a very undersized defense because that's what McDermott wants.
Yeah, I hate it.
And until that changes, we can sit on here week after week and say, here's what we need. Here's what they should do. This is what we've seen that's worked around the NFL. They don't give a shit what we think.
No, they don't. But I promise you this, though. They do hear. They may not care what we think, but clearly they hear it because they did it 2 years in a row where everyone was talking about it, and he did make a trade for the positions that everybody was saying we need. He went out and made that deal done.
Well, they
even
clear that we need
even on the radio when he was on early in the offseason talking about receiver. Remember that? What is it? Yeah. 2 days later, he goes and signs Elijah Moore after he heard, right?
Well, that was already in the works. You don't sign.
No, I know, but it's kind of funny that. I know, but it is kind of funny that he still has some kind of, because it made up kind of for it, but it really didn't at the end of the day. Like we're still here, but I think he makes a deal. I do. I think he makes something happen. I'm just hoping it's a multiple trades, and I'm hoping a free agent. There is guys out there, Mikey, that he can sign. Doesn't need to be a trade, right? He can still do one trade, two trades maybe, and then pick up free agents. There's plenty of them out there that can make a difference. Or at least help, You can't sit on your hands. You cannot sit on your hands right now through the next 2-3 weeks. You can't. If you do, then the season's done, dude. Yeah, but you can do multiple upgrades. Now, look, will the multiple upgrades fix everything? Of course not. There's way too many broken spots on this team.
Yeah. We both know that you know that they have a plan for Gabe Davis when he comes back. They wouldn't have signed him if they didn't.
I do. I believe you. You know what?
I
think
truly
that's true.
Believe they think Gabe Davis is going to help fix the wide receiver room.
I said earlier,
I don't believe he will, but they believe.
I think he's our. Let's be real, Mikey. I talked about this earlier about Gabe. Right now, outside of Shakir, Gabe Davis has done way more on this offense than any of those guys have, even in his worst moment.
Not really.
When's the last? Listen, Mikey, when's the last 80-yard touchdown? When's the last big play?
That wasn't with Joe Brady.
We also don't have a guy. Like, you don't know that, though. Gabe Davis can come here and make somewhat of a difference. I'm not saying, oh my God, he's going to be outstanding, but do you really think he won't make slightly better than Curtis Samuel?
I watched half a season of Gabe Davis with Joe Brady, and it was Josh's worst interception season. They didn't see the same way. He would disappear for games at a time.
True.
But Gabe was so bad in that last half of that year.
But guess what? There's guys that disappear all the time in this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the word? I'm not saying now if they don't make any deals for a receiver and that's all they're hoping for, that's a mistake. I agree with you. But not to bring him up, like even if they make a trade, let's say they bring a receiver in, I would still want to see Gabe Davis over some of the guys. Elijah Moore's not doing anything. Curtis Samuel's clearly not doing anything. He can't even be on the field. He's hurt all the time anyway. So what would bringing up Gabe Davis affect this offense? What would it hurt is what I'm saying. Like hurt who? Like do what? Like even if he doesn't do anything,
I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
I don't think so, but I don't think so either. But I think it's worth a shot. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you don't make a trade though. You definitely got to get a receiver here who knows what he's doing. But I would definitely call him up if he's healthy at some point, right? He does. Listen, Gabe Davis still has somewhat of a connection, probably better than most of our new receivers do with Allen. Regardless of what you saw him the last time, there's still some type of better chemistry there than he has with Moore, or he has with Palmer right now, or he has with Curtis Samuel. Like I'm telling you, I know it was off a little bit, but they played together many years, right? I'm pretty sure they can get somewhat of a connection down again, right? There's no way it will be that clunky. But who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe he gets on the field. He does absolute garbage. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you until I saw him, you know?
Yeah. Randy, I'm with you on the whole, vet leadership thing. Honestly, I think it's just the voice in the room's getting tired. Mm-hmm. 9 years of the same rhetoric. Shit gets tiring.
Yeah, that too. I'm with you, Mikey. They're
talking about Addison, Judy, Olave, Waddle, Garrett Wilson, Brown.
The one guy
there are
too.
Going to be receivers out there.
The former Patriots guy too.
Oh yeah, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, he's another name being thrown.
So there's a laundry list of actual receivers that are going to be available. It's going to be
absolutely.
Will the Bills go out and get one? And who do they think? What do they think they're missing?
Right.
But my issue isn't even the talent wise. It's how they're using them. Because what makes me think that they won't just run a bunch of fucking stop routes and out routes with this new receiver that they're going to get? Because that's what they want to do.
But they may do that. But will this guy get more separation than the guy that's running the same type of routes is what I'm saying. Will he be a better option for Allen? Will he get more open on those basic bullshit plays that we're talking about? I think so. I think that's another problem too. You know what I mean? I think guys are just simply not getting open early in our routes. And I think Joe Brady also has something to do with it as well. Like clearly the play calling has been, I think, not good.
Part of it also is where the guy's open, Josh isn't looking. Like his read is one place.
You're right.
A guy might be open on the right and he's starting left.
Yeah.
Because that's what the coverage is dictating. Like there's so many of those things to where if you had a, Jamar Chase, Joe Flacco was throwing to Jamar Chase. It didn't matter if he was triple covered last night. DK was
it didn't matter.
Triple covered last night and they were
T. Higgins too, though. He was throwing to T. Higgins a lot too. Yeah.
And T. Higgins had two guys on him at times.
But why was Flacco going to Chase so much? Because he trusted him, right?
Yeah.
Like no matter what.
Okay. But they also
Allen have a guy that
they also had to respect his speed because they actually run shots to him.
Yeah.
So they were playing 15 yards off, so he was getting wide open out routes all night long.
Yeah. But if Allen, let's say hypothetically, like he had a guy that he could trust, do you think Allen would look more his way in offense, even if the play call was something, whatever? You know what I mean? Like, do you think he would start right or left? You get what I'm saying? Like, I think
not
Allen
if you listen to what Josh says. Not if you listen to what he's saying. No.
I get what he's saying, but what I've seen from Allen when he's had a weapon, he's gone to him.
And he's thrown
he's used him a lot.
Because he's trying to force
but that was early on. And I'll say this though. In the 2020 season, when we got Diggs and he was going to him a lot, he didn't really throw that many picks, bro.
No, but we also had a different offensive coordinator who spread the things out.
No, I know.
And schemed guys to where they could run option routes to get open.
But tell me Diggs didn't have a really good receiving year that year.
Yeah, he did.
And he was targeted.
Yeah, he had really good receiving years. And
to tell me,
4 years he was here.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying to tell me Allen can, if we get a receiver here that he's only going to I think Allen's progressed. You know what I mean? I think he's grown and matured enough to go, hey, yeah, I'm going to look at this guy, but I'm not going to always force it. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's gotten past that stage where now, like, if we brung in a true talent, he's not going to be like, oh, I got it no matter what. You know what I mean? I think. I could be wrong. We don't know, though. That's
it last week.
That's the problem.
No one else was doing anything.
I think he was so frustrated last week, Mikey. You saw it on his face, body language. I think he almost tapped out and was like reverting back to just, let's just toss it up there. It really looked like that. He looked for the first time in years. I'll be honest with you, like really just at like kind of lost, kind of like, I don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? Like, which is not good. Like, that's not what you want from your quarterback. But I mean, this is what we gave him. Like you said, why isn't Cook out there? Why isn't there a better option out there for him? Why isn't your other playmaker on the field? Maybe that would help.
Why aren't we going back to using shit that worked? Like when we threw the ball to the running backs on that opening drive, we went right down the fucking field and scored, and then we stopped doing it.
Right. Why aren't they running a no-huddle offense here and there? Like, just try something creative and new and different. Right? What's the worst going to happen? You do a series with no huddle. You let Josh run the offense for one series. Maybe you got something. Maybe you don't. But what's the worst going to happen? What I've been seeing? I mean, like, they got to start trusting in Josh more. They got to start doing a little bit more up-tempo. Maybe try a no huddle. See if that helps in the meantime until you get some more help here. I don't know. But that's on Joe Brady. That's on Sean McDermott. Get more creative. You see, by the way, you see McDermott kind of throwing Brady a little bit under the bus there.
Because that's what McDermott does.
Yeah. It's this guy's fault. Our defense held the team to 23.
But he wasn't saying that shit when we lost, when he gave up 40 and they bailed his ass out.
Exactly. This guy over here, his bullshit offensive play call.
He only calls out offense. He never calls out defense or special teams.
Loved it, right? Yeah. Look at my defense. Only gave up 20. Oh my God.
It's wild because
it's mind-boggling.
You go look at, Kyle Shanahan. He doesn't have any big name receivers, and he finds a way to scheme them up and get them open. Like,
exactly.
Their receivers aren't special.
No. Right. But we don't have that luxury.
Wide fucking open. Because
wide open.
And I loved Brady and I was all for Brady. But man, like the last few games, I don't know. You need to get his head out of his ass.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's end around too, still pissing me off.
That stupid end around. I don't know. Some of the play calls are just like I have no idea like what he's seeing on the field. And I don't know why Allen doesn't audible out of some of these bullshit calls either. Like, dude, like who's gonna tell you not to? Like, no one's gonna yell at you, bro. Like, you are fucking Josh Allen. Who you think you're gonna get benched?
They give him 2 plays, and then he tries to pick the right one.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Once again, we know, Mikey. I know we got a little frustrated sometimes, but I love you, brother.
Oh, I know. I just can't do the same conversation because it's never going to change. That's the problem.
No, I know that, but see, I don't want
it to. It's just never going to change.
But here's my thinking. Moving forward, really all season, right? I can't continue to look at the past, and I don't want to look at the future anymore. I want to just be in the now. And what can we do now? Because the reality is this. We say it all the time. Like, we don't trust in our coach. We don't trust the players that he brings here, especially on defense. So there's nothing we can do about it, right? We can't go back and be like, oh, we should have signed this guy. We should have drafted this guy. That shit's over with. It's over. There's nothing we can do about it. And I don't want to talk about the fucking off season and what we need to. We're in the now. We're in fucking week 7 and a bye week. All we can do is, as Bills fans,
29 season.
It's crazy, right? All we can do, Mikey, is hope for the best, right? As Bills fans. And be honest with you. Hope for the best. Hope we make some deals, and we'll see what happens, right? And obviously, we'll be here to talk about it. But, I'll say it like I've been saying it since I've been calling for Sean McDermott's head.
Yeah.
This team's going to only go as far as Allen. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. We've been saying that for a few years now. And I would love for them to load up and, put the money on the offense.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that. I wish they would. They won't, because they haven't told me that they will.
They have a defensive-minded head coach. That's why they won't.
but I wish they would.
That's the truth. Yeah, I wish they would too. But the reality is the harsh reality, guys. So everybody's watching still. We have a defensive-minded head coach who's not a very good defensive-minded head coach. And he's going to continue to draft defense mainly, overpay free agent defensive players, and get undersized defensive players in the draft and get them and play them out of position. And we're a broken defense. Not only we broken scheme, we're broken physically. We're just not this team is not built to last a full season. It's been shown that even when we find a guy that's good, right? Like a Matt Milano, he can't make it. He can't last. He's not built that way. And it's unfortunate, but it's true, right? Terrell Bernard.
He's small.
It's going to be the same. Small.
He's good, but he's small.
When healthy, right?
Yeah.
And how long is it? How much has he been hurt? Constantly, right? Constantly. How many guys are we drafting that continue to get hurt all year? Every
how many of our
season?
Starters? We've yet to have
starters too. Yeah,
we've yet to have Benford in the final game, and we've yet to have Rapp in the final game.
Right. And was Rapp the right decision?
No,
another one.
He's regressed.
Nope. Right. So it's bad decisions, bad players that we're drafting, undersized. But this is all what McDermott wants, and that's why I'm saying I really wish that Bean would eventually just kind of just go against the tide, man. Just bring in some offensive weapons and whatever at this point. You know what I mean? Like, just load up on offense. I can't do this defensive thing anymore because it's funny. We talk about, like, we go through all these mock drafts, me and you and everybody else, and we pick all these guys we would love to be here, right? They could actually make a difference. Never happens. Never. It's always the opposite.
Jarek, I don't disagree with you on when we always finish in the top 10. My issue is when it becomes playoff time, when we need that defense, when we didn't just have a bunch of young guys and we had a bunch of veterans. They weren't anywhere to be found. When we needed them, they weren't there to be found. Even if McDermott was coaching them.
Exactly. And Jarek, you know better. Like, I get where you're coming from. This team's been in the top 10.
Like, McDermott's not a bad defensive mind.
Yeah.
But the problem is the defense that he runs doesn't ever change.
Correct.
And people know how to beat it. And those better offenses know how to beat it. And he doesn't have the horses on the other side to play above that scheme on defense.
Correct.
And when those
I think the scheme is broken. Like, the scheme has now been seen. And like Mikey just said, great point. He doesn't adjust. He hasn't. He refuses to. He rolls the same defensive out every playoff.
But
but he doesn't have the players, and he also doesn't have the talent to play man. Right? That's not how the team's built. Right? So they went out and got Harrison for that, but look, he's not even on the field. He's hurt. And at the end of the day, Jarek, I could give a fuck if this team's a top 10 in the regular season. It's about what you can do in the playoffs against better opposition. And what it's shown is year after year, season after season, this defense cannot hold down a good offense. It simply cannot. And that tells me the offense has to be high powered. I don't even need them to be lights out. I need them to step up and make the crucial stop when we need them. Because say what you want, but Kansas City has a really good defense and a great defensive coordinator, and we go up and down the field. But when the game's on the line and they need a stop, they find a way to make the stop. Our defense Exactly. And also, too, I'll be honest with you, and their offense knows when to make a play when it needs. And I feel like in big situations, sometimes we don't. Now, we have a couple times at 13 seconds, I thought Dable made brilliant play calling decisions. That was nothing to do with the offense. That was all about coaching at the end of defense. So, but normally outside of that, we've had some pretty bad, end of the game, even on offense, where we're like, what are we doing? Like go back to last year with the tush push over and over and over and the same fucking, like, Brady, what are you doing? What's going on here? So we got to fix stuff. And that's coaching too, Mike. Yeah, it's not just about the players. It's, once again, can coaching get better? It hasn't. I haven't seen anything that tells me things will change. Like you said, we're kind of what we are. But we got to live in the now. We got to just hope for the best. Hopefully some trades.
Talk about what we would like to
players
see.
Would be fine.
What we'd like to see, and hopefully that works. I would
that's
like
it.
to see.
That's all.
Because here's the thing. Also, we talked about Davis, but they just talked about opening Max Harrison's window. Do they feel that Max Harrison's going to come back and do something? Like, that's a lot of fucking trust to put on a rookie who had 4 fucking practices.
It is, and I don't think I would be shocked. I still don't think. I would like to see, just because at this point I'm almost desperate enough. Like, if we don't get a cornerback, like, it is what it is, right, Mikey? Like, how much worse can it get? Than Trey White.
Don't even put that out in the ether, brother. Don't even put that out in the ether. Because it can get worse.
I guess. I mean, how much worse? I mean, we'll see. But you always got Trey White to fall back.
Weston says legit question. Does McDee's heat up if he close game against Carolina? No, because they have that picture, and Tommy talks about it all the time. This isn't Back to the Future. People aren't going to be fading away. Right. We would have to completely collapse this year and collapse next year when we open the new stadium for him to get gone. Yeah. I don't think there's anything that could happen this year unless Josh Allen came out and called Terry Pegula and said, I'm done with this shit. Trade me or get rid of him. That's the only way McDermott's leaving.
Right. And we know that, one, Josh is never going to do that. He's never talked. Not his personality. He's a good dude. And McDermott and him do have probably a decent relationship, good relationship. He's been there forever. It's just, he's not going to throw him under the bus, even though I'm sure deep down inside he wants somebody in there that can help him out more. But he's not going to do that. So take that right off the board. And honestly, man, I can't see us missing the playoffs 2 straight seasons. I just can't. Not with Josh Allen. If Josh Allen's on the field, and even let's say one of those seasons he's not, God forbid he gets hurt, knock on wood, then there's the excuse. Josh Allen. Like, I don't know how this guy gets fired. I don't see it happening, Mikey, because we're going to make the playoffs.
13 seconds. Hadn't been fired at all.
Right. I don't.
After the 13 seconds, that Bengals game, the Bengals were without their 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen, and we got shellacked.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, I hate to say it, guys. That's why I can't do any more McDermott videos and shit. Like, he's here to stay, bro. And we're going to continue to be a playoff team. That's the shittiest part, because normally coaches get fired because things are going bad and you miss the playoffs and, things are kind of just unraveling. Listen, as long as Allen's on the team, he's healthy, his team's going to be a 10-win team. Like, they're going to playoff team. They may not win the division again, or who knows, you know what I mean? But they're still going to be a playoff team. I can't see this team not being a playoff team with Josh Allen. But that's the problem. It's going to be every year. It's going to be like, hey, I'm a winning coach. I win 10 games every year. It's like, and the fans, once again, will just be like, you know what, though, Mikey? I always say this. Though, this year, I am noticing more fans that were on the McDermott train kind of jumping off. I am seeing that more.
Beth isn't
or at least
wrong
saying,
here.
hey, we need to change.
This was the same conversation we had last year when we had our 2-game losing streak.
Well, no, I know that, Beth. It is, but that's the problem. But then
we go on a winning streak and everyone gets back on the McDermott train.
Right.
We're one of the few that stayed off the McDermott train. Like, we know McDermott's here because Josh is good and gets us to the playoffs every year.
Correct. But you know what, though, Beth? Yeah. And your point, great point.
Jarek, I know that you said that.
Yeah. So great point, Beth. But I'll say this too, though. We have the same conversations in the offseason. So we could talk about being repetitive, like last year. We're 2 weak, two losses in a row, and podcasts are talking about fire McDermott. Like, I get it. I kind of get it where you're going, or people would comment. But at the same time, we also have same conversations every off seasons, right? The Bills lost yet again. What can the Bills do on defense? Blah blah. It's the same. So yes, it kind of is. You're right.
It's a game record, and yet they don't go get one.
Right. It is the same conversation.
And then they get a bunch of 1-year rentals.
Right.
the Band-Aided over. I mean, at least
this is
year they
Groundhog
went out.
Day.
At least this year they went out and drafted defense. Like this is the first time we drafted defensive line in forever.
They did. They
but
tried.
The problem is the defensive line that they've been picking haven't been good.
Right. Mikey, they tried. Right. How's that working out, right?
Our first 3 picks don't see the field. Our 4th pick has been our best, has been our best.
Yeah.
It's really wild to me.
Yeah. No, I said, man, to everyone watching, like I said, man, me and Mikey at least agree on this. Like we can't keep kind of looking back in the past and the future is there's no point. There's no point. We got to just live in the now, and the now is telling me, hey, let's just do what we got to do and hope for the best. I mean, honestly, at this point, guys, I think me and Mikey do agree on the coaching staff. Me and Mikey agree with a lot of things, and we disagree on some things. But the most thing we agree on is McDermott's not. We have no faith in our head coach, and that's a problem. So, with that being said, Allen has to be the guy. Allen has to be the guy to lead this team, and to me, that's offense, and you got to build around him better. You got to do a better job.
Well, it seems like we're bogged down with injuries. We are, and the problem is we're bogged down by injuries every year because we have an undersized defense who constantly gets hurt.
Correct. Year in, year out. It's the same results, right? Even with the rookies, even with new guys, right? You're seeing these guys, they just cannot make it through a season without some kind of significant injury. And they're missing a lot of time. It's not like these guys are missing a game. They're missing weeks. I mean, even Ed Oliver, right? Our best defensive tackle can't stay healthy.
I want to hit on this for Beth. Miller, Vaughn was better than Bosa. My issue with Vaughn, as much as I loved the signing, because I did like the signing, we were gambling on a aging veteran, and we gave him a lot of money coming off of a Super Bowl. But and he was actually producing the way we paid him to produce until he tore his ACL. You can't predict injuries.
No,
I loved the Bosa signing. I still think Bosa is really good. The problem is we don't have anything else really around him. Like Groot is getting better every week.
Yeah.
Like I thought groups the last 2 weeks have actually played better and better. I'll be excited to see, like we've been having to call guys up on the defensive tackle, off the practice squad because we have an injured room.
Yeah. I'm with you, Mikey. I don't think the Bosa signing was terrible. I mean, right now, and we're early in, we're still only 7 weeks, and we'll see how this works out. But early on, I think right now it's a fair contract. I don't think he's underperforming at all. Could he be better? Sure. You know what I mean? But I don't also at the same time, I don't think he's, oh my God, what a terrible sign. Like he's playing pretty good football. But Mikey's right. Like you have to have more though. You can't just go on one guy. Just like kind of like when we talk about Josh Allen, can't just be one guy that does it, right? It's a team effort, right? And we're just not getting it from the rest. We're not. The defensive line's not pushing. The defensive tackle's not pushing through, right? Now, I will say this. Walker is becoming a little bit of a bright spot. We'll see what they do moving forward. Maybe I want to see him and maybe Ed next to each other more often. Maybe that will provide something if they start doing that, Mikey. But Groot's he's playing good, but I think honestly, man, at this point with Groot, Mikey, maybe I'm wrong. I kind of think Groot's who he is, and I don't know if he is going to ever be.
He's a very solid.
It's a well-rounded player, but I don't know if he'll ever be a well-rounded.
He's not going to be a superstar. Player. He's not going to be a superstar.
Correct.
He's going to be a really good player who
by the way, is healthy.
Yeah,
who stays healthy too. I want to point that out. That's very important. That's one guy. He plays consistently.
He's not healthy,
but he's on the field. Is my point. He's consistently on the field. We have to give him that credit. He's on the field, and like you said, Mikey, well-rounded, good player. He'll never be great, right? And that he's already too many seasons into, where he would have made that leap already. Where we're like, hey, woo, greatness, maybe.
He's not going to be the Max Crosby's or
correct.
Those type of guys. He is who he is, and that's fine.
Right.
You need guys like Groot. We're not paying him crazy, Max Crosby money. But we need some sort of game wrecker. And
Correct.
Trek, I saw the same thing. First off, I don't see them trading TJ Sanders at all. And I will never believe any rumor I hear about the Bills until it's actually penciled in, done deal.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm with Mikey 1000%. How many times do we hear we're in the sources close, Bills are getting JJ Watt, or sources close say they're miles, like, guys, don't get caught up in that. Just wait. It is what it is. You got to wait till it happens. I've gotten, tricked, or not tricked, but I've gotten kind of fooled into that, here and there too, where, oh man, this guy said this, and oh, hey, Von Miller's close friends with, right? Remember all that? Von Miller's out working, lifting weights with
OBJ was supposed to come.
Derrick Henry, remember?
Derrick Henry, Micah.
Lifting weights. Yeah.
It was Micah in the offseason.
Right.
It was Myles Garrett this offseason. It was Hendricks. Oh, we were in on Hendricks.
Oh, yeah, Hendricks. Yeah. Now the Waddle thing. You saw that? The Waddle has his picture in Buffalo in the background. Oh, that must mean, first of all, how would Waddle know where he's going? Like, Sky, stop it. Just wait. See what happens. I do believe trades will happen, but don't get caught up in the rumor mill. Don't. It's good. It's good. I will say this. Follow along to see who, at least there are teams that are sellers, right? That may be true. Guys, that part I do, more than likely will be the case. Like, if you're hearing a name getting floated out there on a bad team, more than likely they are shopping them. I mean, those rumors those are kind of true, but it could be any team, bro. So.
Jarek, also, the problem is not only that they didn't address the safety room earlier, they got the wrong guys, getting the wrong players.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at what Watts has been, look what, Sanker's been. Look what your guy that Cam Kitchens has been, guys that we were wanting so bad. And no.
And I'll tell you what, Jared,
and I don't think Bishop's bad. Yeah. He's getting better every game. But
he is. He's better playing better in the wrap. But I'll say this: those guys wouldn't make that big of a difference if the defensive line was better. Like, you got to have one or the other. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, when we had Poyer and High back there, we didn't have the great. Like, you didn't need a great. Like, those guys could make shit happen, make plays happen. They were that good. But we don't have that now, Mikey. We don't have a line that could create pressure, good of pressure, where those DBs and safeties are. They don't need to be the best, in football, right? We don't have that luxury right now. We have a bunch of guys that are B to B plus players out there, bro. And it's just not, maybe even C. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's gotten that to be that bad.
Yeah.
Trey Amos. Yep. Mikey was
I wanted Amos and I wanted Watts so bad. I thought that would have fixed our secondary. You put Amos next to freaking Benford, and you put Watts back there next to Bishop, we have a much different team.
Absolutely.
It's much different secondary. Different secondary.
Absolutely. But we didn't. We didn't. Once again,
soul,
can't turn back the clock, bro. We're here. It is what it is. This is the team we're dealt with. Make some moves, Bean. That's it.
Yeah. Simmons wants too much money. And we could have had Simmons last year. We could have had him this year. And obviously they like the safety room the way it is. And I just don't understand it.
All right, Mikey, it's about that time, brother. I got to get going. Okay. So it was fun. By the way, guys, we're going to go back to November 21st is my last night on the Friday shift. So we got about another month. And then me and Mikey will start the show back again at 9:00. And this way, because, man, it seemed like it goes. You see how quick it goes, Mikey? When it's only kind of an hour on here, like I would still love to chat with you guys right now and kick it with you guys for another 30 minutes to an hour, but unfortunately can't. That's why I've been going on here at 8. So this show, Friday Night Lights, 8 to 10 until the November 21st. That'll be the last night, and then we'll go back to regularly scheduled program. Mikey, any last words to the people out there?
No, I'm with Jarek here. I think our defense line is creating more pressure this year than they ever have. Problem is we don't have the back end to go with it right now.
Correct. And it's still not top of the league. You know what I mean? I get that they're doing better, but it's still not good enough to make the back end better.
Sure. You can go with those three. Thornton's the one I'm scared of right now, Weston. They take a cast off, and Andy Reid makes them turn into something.
Yeah, dude. I look, scratch all those guys. It could be Johnny on the spot, right? And Danny Duncan and guys I never heard of in my life. And I would still go.
Andy will find a way to make it work.
Right? I would still go. I don't know. Can we stop fucking Mike Trickles? I mean, I don't.
Can we not play? Can we not play 25-yard cushion, please?
Right. Hey, they just picked this guy up from USFL. He had 200 yards receiving on the Buffalo Bills. I mean, that's what we do. Anyways, guys, I got to get out of here. We're gonna play Real Men of Genius real quick, and then we'll get out of here. All right, Mikey. What do I got?
Yeah, it's just sad.
All right, you ready, Mikey?
Yeah, happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed your time with us tonight.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys. All right, here we go.
Real Man of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. Really, Really Short Basketball Shorts Wearer. Mr. Really, Really Short Basketball Shorts Wearer. Well, lesser men waste their time with long, baggy shorts. Only you know how the game was meant to be played. Mostly naked. Sky thighs. Strutting down the court, your tiny shorts show your confidence, your attitude, and your butt crack. Boxes or grease. And nothing says, I rule the hardwood, like pasty white thighs and a permanent wedgie. It looks really deep. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Baron of the Buttocks, because your shorts will always leave us longing for more. Mr. Really, Really Short Basketball Shorts Wear. Bud Light.
One more, and we're out of here.
These are the best.
Pasty white legs. God. Oh man. All right, here you go. Last one. Oh man.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius. Real Men of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. Movie Theater Ticket Ripper-Upper. Mr. Movie Theater Ticket Ripper-Upper. Truly the long arm of the law at the movie theater. You and a velvet rope are all that keep the huddled masses from a free flick. You're the man now. Ever vigilant, you boldly demand to see our stub. Getting a little personal, don't you think? Can I see your stub? Who's the guy in the military-style uniform that would make any third-world dictator proud? Mr. Movie Theater Ticket Ripper-Upper. That's who. Salute the general. So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Stub Master, because you really tear it up. Mr. Movie Theater Ticket Ripper-Upper.
I hated seeing that guy as a kid. He stopped me from seeing R-rated movies as a minor. The crazy part is they don't even have that person anymore. They don't rip up tickets. They scan them and then you move on.
Right. Oh, Mikey. Anyways,
general.
It was fun, man. A great show with you, man. I appreciate you. Sorry if it got a little
we're good.
Back and forth there,
we're good.
Guys, man, thank you so much for rocking with us as always. There was a lot of you guys in here tonight. Appreciate that. And we'll see you guys on Monday night. So, actually tomorrow, AFC Shakedown is at 12 o'clock. So I'll have that scheduled in the morning. So look for that. Captain D is going to join us. Curtis is going to be out. So Captain D will be on for the Dolphins. So anyways, Bills Mafia, we love you.
Buffalo free football weekend.
Yes. Enjoy it. And look, man, I know it's the bye week blues, but we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. Yep. All right, guys.
And
we love you.
And stronger for it.
Go Bills. Peace out.